Odigoma Ohia, and in this class, I am going to be showing us the fastest way, the easiest way to memorize, what we call the cosine formula. A lot of students find it difficult in trying to memorize. There are 6 of them, and it's not just memorizing them, being able to write, the formula according to the letters used in the diagram of the question that is given to you. So I'm going to show you the easiest way to memorize the 6 of them, and then also show you the condition under which you use the cosine formula. Just take a look at this. All right. Now, if you are given a problem like this, and maybe somewhere here is 102 degrees. Okay, let me just, of course, this shows that this is not a right angle triangle. So obviously we cannot use Pythagoras theorem, we cannot use even SOHCAHTOA in handling any problem, any calculation here, either the size or the angles. We cannot be able to do that. So assuming you know that here, this is the angle A, and this side facing it is small letter A. This is the angle C, and this side facing is small letter C. This side is this angle B, and this side facing it is small letter B. How can you be able to write the 6 formulas you can use to calculate any of the angles or the sides in this triangle? Look at this. If I'm going to start with the angles first. I'm going to start with the angles first. So if I take cos A, I started with cos A. Now I am going to bring in B squared plus C squared. You see that? Then I will remove A squared because I started with this. And then all over. Then I will take 2 times this times this. You see, it's super simple. You get it? It's very, very simple. Very, very simple. This, you don't square them. You don't square them. Please don't make that mistake. Now, watch me in the next one. If I am calculating cos B, I'm calculating the angle here. Okay? Perhaps it is not given. So, watch me. I started with B. I'm going to take A squared plus C squared. Then I will remove B squared. You see that is very, very, is something that someone can equally memorize. Now, do you see me taking 2 times this A times the C? It's very, very simple. I'm sure that will help you. Now, can you help me? Can you be able to do the next one? Look at it. It's just cos C, and I will start with A squared plus B squared. Then I will remove C squared all over 2 times A. That is 2 times A times what? B. That is this and this. I'm sure that is well taken. Now, assuming you are also calculating this is for the angles. Is for the angles. Now, assuming you want to calculate this size, the formulas are there. So we can start with. Now, recall that if you cross multiply this and make this a subject, you are going to obtain something like this. A squared equals to, you have B squared plus C squared, then minus 2BC, then cross capital A. That is what you obtain. Did you see how I was able to write it? I started with this. I took this plus this. Then I removed 2 times this and this. Then cos what? The angle of the side facing opposite to the side I started with. I'm sure that is very clear. So this is a very simple procedure. So we can say that B squared, okay, from this, when you cross multiply here and make this subject, you have A squared plus C squared, then minus 2AC, then cos capital B. You see that? Then what about C squared? This will be A squared plus b squared minus 2ab, then cos capital C. See, you started with this, you ended with the angle. You started with this, you ended with the angle. You started with this, you ended with the angle. This is super simple way to memorize the cosine formula. What about when the letters change and it is no longer the diagram which you have drawn in line with the question that is given to you does no longer contain letters A, B, C, and it contains letters like P, Q, R. Can we still be able to do the same thing? And I say yes. So you realize that if I have with the from the angles, if I am taking cos P, now I'm sure you can be able to do that quickly. You will see that I will be taking, but before then, let me put here small p, small q here, and small r here. So you can see I will be taking small r squared plus small q squared, then I will remove small p squared all over 2 times r times q. That's it. Then what about if I am taking r? So cos r will be, I will now take away, look at what I started with. I can't start with write r here again. Then I am going to put, I can take p squared plus q squared minus r squared all over 2 times p times q. You can see how easy it is. And what about which one now? Q. What about cos capital Q? And that will give me, you see, this will become p squared plus r squared. Then I will remove q squared all over 2 times p times r. You can see how simple it is. Okay, permit me to do this one here because I want you to see what I am doing. So can you see? It's super simple. All right, if I intend to calculate the sides from here, I'll make this p subject. If I cross multiply here and make this subject, I'm going to have p squared equals to r squared plus q squared minus 2rq, then cos capital P. You see that? Okay, what about making this r here subject? I'll have r squared equals to, that will become p squared, okay, plus q squared minus 2pq, then cos capital R. And then what about finally q squared? Q squared will be equals to p squared plus r squared. Then you see this don't have to appear here. Then minus 2 times that pr, then cos capital Q. So having written this in letters of ABC, I can also write it in letters of PQR. This is a super simple way to memorize what we call the cosine formula. Remember, we have already started using them in doing calculations. So I just thought within me that is, I don't know how simple it is for my students to memorize these 6 formulas. So I felt like, let me show you a very simple way to do that. And this is why I brought up this demonstration. And I'm trusting God that it is easy and it will help you a lot to understand how to use it and how to apply it. Now, let me also touch something on the application. Assuming you have this angle here and the 2 sides available. Let's assume here 15 meters, 15 meters, and here let's assume 10 meters, and you need this. You cannot use sine rule, sine formula to do this calculation. You obviously must use, here is it, look at it here. You obviously must use this to do the calculation because you have b squared, this side squared will give you a squared. Can you see a squared? Plus c squared. Can you see 15 squared? Minus 2 times 15 times 10, okay? Then cos capital D, which is 102 degrees. So is this cosine formula you're going to use in application? Let me show another instance again. Another instance, if I come here, remove this, and replace them with all of the no angle inside, but here I have 10 meters, here I have 15 meters, and here I have 22 meters. You see, no angle on the inside. We must use what? Cosine formula in solving any of these angles inside here. Remember, these figures, I guessed them. So if you do the calculation, it may or may not, have some level of accuracy. So, but what I'm trying to buttress here is that the situation under which you use cosine formula is that either two sides of the triangle and the angle between those two sides is available, or the three sides of the triangle is available without any angle on the inside part of that triangle. So you can use a cosine formula in doing that calculation. So if I want to calculate any of these angles here, any of these formulas goes. So if I choose to calculate angle at P first, you see that I'll have R squared, which is 15 squared, plus Q squared, which is 10 squared, then minus P squared, which is 22 squared, all over 2 times R, which is 2 times 15, times Q, which is 10. With this now, I can be able to obtain a value. And when I take the cos inverse of that value, that's the angle P. So I trust God that this explanation is very, very simple and it will help someone out there. Please like the video and share it to someone out there. Also subscribe to the channel so that you can be able to access all that we have been doing previously. And when you do that, you will not regret. Thank you.